What if I told you that the first 30 seconds after you wake up could completely transform your entire day? What if those moments when your eyes first open hold more power than any meditation app, any motivational speech, or any productivity hack you've ever tried? Right now, millions of people around the world are waking up and immediately grabbing their phones, checking messages, diving straight into stress mode. They're throwing away the most valuable moments of their day without even knowing it. But you're here, which means you're different. You're about to discover what ancient wisdom keepers knew thousands of years ago, that how you wake up determines how you show up. In the next few minutes, I'm going to share the first powerful morning habit that will change everything. Are you ready to stop wasting your mornings and start winning your days? Let's begin with the practice that turns ordinary people into unstoppable forces of peace and purpose. The moment between sleep and full awareness is like standing in a doorway. Behind you lies the dream world. Ahead waits the day with all its demands and surprises. Most people rush through this doorway without stopping, immediately checking their phones or jumping into worry about their schedule. But there's another way. Sarah learned this the hard way. For years, her first thought every morning was about her overwhelming to-do list. Before her feet even touched the floor, anxiety would flood her chest. Her days felt like she was constantly running uphill, breathless and stressed. Then she discovered something that changed everything. Instead of letting her mind race toward problems, she began treating that first moment of awareness like sacred ground. Before opening her eyes, she would find one simple thing to appreciate. Sometimes it was the warmth of her blanket. Other times, the sound of birds outside her window. Nothing complicated or forced, just one genuine moment of thankfulness. This practice works because our minds are like gardens in the morning. Whatever seeds we plant first tend to grow strongest throughout the day. When we begin with appreciation instead of anxiety, we're literally programming our brains to notice more good things as the day unfolds. It's not magic, it's just how our attention works. What we focus on expands. The key is keeping it simple. You don't need to feel grateful for your entire life or solve world hunger before breakfast. Just find one small thing that feels genuinely good in that moment. Maybe it's the fact that you slept peacefully, or that you have a comfortable bed, or that your body carried you safely through another night. Start there. Once you've planted that first seed of gratitude, something beautiful starts to happen. You begin to notice how extraordinary ordinary things really are. The fact that your heart has been beating all night without you thinking about it. That your lungs have been breathing for you while you slept. That your eyes can open and immediately make sense of light and shapes and colors. Think about it. You went to sleep in one world and woke up in another. The earth kept spinning, carrying you through space at incredible speed while you rested completely unaware. Your body repaired itself. Your mind processed the day's experiences, and your spirit recharged for what's coming next. All of this happened automatically, like a miracle you didn't have to manage or control. Most mornings, we take this for granted. We treat waking up like it's guaranteed, like it's owed to us. But the wise teachers throughout history understood something different. They saw each morning as winning a cosmic lottery, getting another chance to experience life, to love people, to make a difference, to learn something new. This isn't about being dramatic or overly sentimental. It's about accuracy. When you really think about what has to go right for you to wake up healthy and aware, it's actually pretty amazing. Your body coordinated millions of processes perfectly. Your mind emerged from unconsciousness with your memories intact. You have another 16 hours or so to do something meaningful with this precious thing called life. When you start seeing your morning this way, something shifts inside you. Instead of feeling burdened by another day of responsibilities, you feel grateful for another day of opportunities. The weight of I have to transforms into the lightness of I get to. Now that you've appreciated waking up and recognized the gift of being alive, you're ready for the third part of conscious awakening, deciding who you want to be today. This isn't about planning every detail of your schedule. It's about choosing your inner direction. Imagine your day is like a journey, and you're standing at the starting point with a compass in your hand. You can head in any direction you choose. Most people just start walking without checking their compass, letting circumstances and other people's demands pull them wherever. But you have another option. Before getting out of bed, take a moment to point your inner compass towards something meaningful. Maybe today you want to be extra patient with difficult people. Maybe you want to really listen when others are talking, instead of planning what to say next. Maybe you want to notice small moments of beauty that usually pass you by. This isn't about adding more pressure to your day or setting yourself up to fail with impossible standards. It's about giving your day a gentle direction, like a river that knows which way it's flowing. When challenges come up, and they will, you'll have this inner compass to guide your responses. The intention can be simple. Today, I want to be kind. Today, I want to stay calm. Today, I want to really see the people around me. Choose something that feels authentic to who you want to become, not who you think you should be. Your heart knows the difference. The final part of conscious awakening is probably the most important. Learning to leave yesterday where it belongs. In the past, most of us wake up carrying invisible baggage from the day before. Maybe you had an argument that's still bothering you. Maybe you made a mistake you keep replaying. Maybe you're worried about something that didn't go as planned. Here's what the ancient teachers understood. Yesterday is like a book that's already been written. You can't change a single word of it, no matter how much you wish you could. But today is a blank page, and you're holding the pen. The question is, do you want to fill today's page with yesterday's story? Or are you ready to write something new? This doesn't mean pretending bad things didn't happen or avoiding real problems that need attention. It means not letting yesterday's emotions hijack today's possibilities. If you need to have a difficult conversation or fix something you broke, make a plan to handle it today. But don't spend your morning energy reliving what's already done. Think of it like this. When you shower in the morning, you wash off yesterday's dirt and sweat so you can start fresh. Letting go of yesterday's mental weight is the same kind of cleansing, just for your inner world. You're not ignoring reality. You're refusing to let old energy contaminate new opportunities. Some mornings this will be easy. Other mornings it will take real effort to release what you're carrying. That's normal. Be patient with yourself. The practice is in the trying, not in being perfect at it. Each morning you choose to start fresh. You're building the muscle of resilience that will serve you well when life gets really challenging. Now that you've mastered the art of conscious awakening, it's time to dive deeper into the second powerful morning habit that will transform your entire day. While most people jump straight from bed into the chaos of their routine, you're about to learn why the wisest souls throughout history carved out sacred time each morning to sit in complete stillness. This isn't about sitting cross-legged for hours or chanting mysterious words. This is about giving your mind the one thing it desperately needs, but rarely gets: pure, uninterrupted peace. The first step in morning meditation isn't about fancy cushions or perfect lighting. It's about understanding that peace begins in your mind, not in your surroundings. Marcus discovered this when he lived in a tiny apartment next to a busy street. Every morning, trucks rumbled past his window and neighbors slammed doors. He thought meditation was impossible until he learned the secret that changed everything. The sacred space isn't around you, it's inside you. You can create a temple of calm in your mind, regardless of what's happening outside. Start by finding any quiet corner in your home. It doesn't need to be Instagram perfect. A chair by the window works just fine. The key is consistency. Use the same spot every morning so your mind begins to associate that space with peace. Before you sit down, Take 3 slow breaths and imagine drawing an invisible circle around yourself. This circle represents your commitment to the next few minutes being yours alone. No phone calls, no urgent thoughts, no mental to-do lists. Just you and the present moment. Inside this circle, nothing can disturb your peace unless you invite it in. The ancient teachers understood that our minds are like wild horses, powerful but scattered. They need a gentle trainer, not a harsh master. Your morning meditation spot becomes the training ground where you learn to guide your thoughts instead of being dragged around by them. Once you've settled into your space, the next step is learning to use your breath as your best friend and guide. Most people breathe all day without ever really noticing it, but your breath is actually the most reliable tool you have for creating instant calm. Here's what you need to know. Your breath is always happening right now. It's never in the past worrying about yesterday's mistakes, and it's never in the future stressing about tomorrow's problems. Your breath is the perfect teacher of how to live in this exact moment. Start by breathing normally, but pay attention to it like you're watching an interesting movie. Notice how the air feels cool coming in through your nose and warm going out. Don't try to change anything. Just watch. When your mind starts thinking about work or what to make for breakfast, gently bring your attention back to your breathing. Think of it like training a puppy. You wouldn't yell at a puppy for wandering off. You just call it back with kindness. The magic happens when you realize you don't have to fight your thoughts. You just have to stop following them. It's like being at a train station. Thoughts are trains that pull up to the platform. You can notice them without getting on board. Your breath keeps you grounded on the platform, safe and centered. Even 5 minutes of this breathing practice will rewire your brain for calmness. Scientists have proven that focused breathing activates the part of your nervous system responsible for rest and healing. You're literally giving yourself a daily dose of natural medicine. Now comes the most liberating part of morning meditation. Learning to observe your thoughts without becoming their prisoner. Most people think they are their thoughts, but the wise ones know better. You are the space in which thoughts appear and disappear, like clouds drifting across an endless sky. Emma used to wake up every morning with her mind immediately racing about her presentation at work, her relationship problems, what her boss might think about her project. She felt like a victim of her own brain. Then she learned the observer technique that set her free. Instead of trying to stop thinking, which is impossible, she started watching her thoughts like a scientist studying interesting specimens. Oh, there's my worry thought about the presentation. There's my anxiety thought about money. There's my guilt thought about not calling my mom. She wasn't judging the thoughts as good or bad. She was simply noticing them. The breakthrough came when she realized that the part of her watching the thoughts was completely calm and peaceful. The thoughts were like actors on a stage, but she was the audience member safely seated in the theater. The drama on stage couldn't actually hurt her unless she jumped up and joined the play. This practice teaches you something revolutionary. You have a choice about which thoughts deserve your attention and which ones you can simply let pass by. Not every thought that enters your mind needs to become your reality. Most thoughts are just mental habits, repeating the same old stories your brain has been telling for years. The final piece of dawn meditation is understanding how to carry this peace with you throughout your entire day. The goal isn't to feel calm only when you're sitting in meditation. It's to build a foundation of inner stability that nothing can shake. Think of your morning meditation like charging a battery. Every minute you spend in peaceful awareness adds power to your inner battery. Then, when stressful situations arise during the day, you have reserves of calm to draw from instead of immediately reacting from anxiety or anger. The secret is learning to take mini meditation breaks throughout your day. When someone cuts you off in traffic, take 3 conscious breaths before reacting. When your coworker sends a frustrating email, pause and remember the peaceful feeling from your morning practice. When your kids are being loud and chaotic, find your breath and connect back to that inner stillness you cultivated at dawn. This isn't about becoming emotionless or detached from life. It's about responding to life from a place of centered strength instead of scattered reactivity. People will start noticing something different about you, a quality of presence and calm that draws them in. The ancient masters spent their lives perfecting this practice because they understood its power. In a world that profits from keeping you anxious and distracted, your daily meditation becomes an act of rebellion. You're choosing peace over chaos, wisdom over worry, presence over panic. After you've quieted your mind through meditation, the third powerful morning habit focuses on awakening your body with respect and awareness. While most people treat their bodies like machines that just need to function, the ancient wisdom teaches us something profound. Your body is the sacred vessel that carries your spirit through this lifetime. Every morning presents a fresh opportunity to honor this incredible gift through gentle, mindful movement that energizes rather than exhausts. The first way to honor your body each morning is through stretches that connect your breath with movement. This isn't about complicated yoga poses or athletic achievements. It's about simple, flowing movements that wake up your muscles and joints with kindness. Start by standing near your bed and raising your arms slowly above your head while breathing in. As you breathe out, let your arms float back down to your sides. Feel how your ribcage expands and contracts. This simple movement tells your body that you're grateful for another day of life together. Next, gently roll your shoulders backward 5 times, then forward 5 times. Your shoulders carry so much tension from stress and worry. This rolling motion is like giving them a gentle massage, releasing the weight they've been holding. As you move, imagine letting go of any heaviness from yesterday. Twist your body slowly from side to side, keeping your feet planted firmly on the ground. Your spine has been compressed all night from lying down. These gentle twists create space between your vertebrae and help your nervous system wake up naturally. The key is moving like you're underwater, slow, smooth, and flowing. End with reaching toward the sky, then bending forward to let your arms hang toward the floor. Don't force it or try to touch your toes. Just let gravity help you stretch while you breathe deeply. Your body knows what it needs. Your job is simply to listen and move with awareness instead of rushing through mechanical motions. Once you've gently awakened your body indoors, step outside for a walk that feeds both your physical health and your soul. This isn't about speed or distance or burning calories. It's about moving meditation, using your legs to carry you into a deeper connection with the world around you. Before you take your first step, pause at your door and set a simple intention for your walk. Maybe you want to notice colors you usually miss. Maybe you want to feel grateful for your legs that carry you everywhere. Maybe you want to observe how the morning air feels on your skin. Choose one thing to focus on during your walk. As you begin walking, match your breathing to your steps. Breathe in for 3 steps. Breathe out for 3 steps. This rhythm connects your movement with your life force, creating a moving meditation that calms your mind while energizing your body. Your walk becomes a prayer in motion. Pay attention to how your feet feel touching the ground. Each step is like a gentle massage for your entire body. The impact travels up through your legs, awakening your muscles and bones. Walking is humanity's most natural movement. We were designed for this gentle, rhythmic motion that pumps blood, moves lymph, and clears mental fog. Notice 3 things during your walk that you find beautiful. Maybe it's the way sunlight hits a building. Maybe it's a flower growing through a crack in the sidewalk. Maybe it's the sound of birds greeting the morning. This practice of conscious noticing transforms an ordinary walk into a celebration of being alive. When you return from your walk, it's time for the third way to honor your body: eating your first meal with complete awareness and gratitude. Most people eat breakfast while checking emails or watching news, completely disconnected from the nourishment they're receiving. But eating can become a powerful spiritual practice when done with attention. Before taking your first bite, spend 30 seconds looking at your food. Really see it. Notice the colors, textures, and arrangement on your plate. Think about all the people who helped bring this food to you. The farmers who grew it, the truck drivers who transported it, the store workers who displayed it. Your breakfast connects you to countless other human beings. Take your first bite slowly, chewing at least 20 times before swallowing. Most people chew only 5 or 6 times, missing the actual experience of eating. When you chew slowly, you taste flavors you never noticed before. Your stomach has time to prepare for digestion. Your nervous system stays calm instead of rushing into stress mode. Put your fork or spoon down between bites. This simple act forces you to slow down and actually experience eating instead of just consuming food automatically. Notice how different foods make your body feel. Some give you quick energy, others provide lasting satisfaction. Your body has wisdom about what it needs, but you have to slow down enough to hear it. Drink water like it's medicine, because it is. Each sip hydrates cells throughout your body, helps your kidneys filter waste, and supports every single bodily function. Water is life in liquid form. When you drink with awareness, you're participating in the miracle of how your body transforms simple elements into energy and health. The final way to honor your body each morning is through mindful hydration that cleanses you from the inside out. Water isn't just H2O, it's the primary element of life, making up over 60% of your body. How you drink water can become a powerful ritual of renewal and gratitude. Start your day by drinking a full glass of room temperature water before eating anything. Your body has been fasting all night and needs hydration to begin its daily processes of repair and renewal. As you drink, imagine the water flowing to every cell in your body, washing away toxins and bringing fresh energy. Hold the glass in both hands before drinking and take a moment to appreciate this simple miracle. Clean, safe drinking water is something billions of people on Earth don't have access to. The fact that you can turn a handle and receive pure water is actually extraordinary when you think about it globally. As you drink, set an intention for how you want to treat your body throughout the day. Maybe you want to nourish it with healthy choices. Maybe you want to move it regularly instead of sitting all day. Maybe you want to rest it properly instead of pushing it past exhaustion. Let each sip reinforce your commitment to being a good caretaker of this incredible vessel. Throughout the morning, continue drinking water mindfully rather than gulping it down unconsciously. Each time you hydrate, remember that you're supporting your body's amazing ability to heal, grow, and thrive. Water connects you to every living thing on Earth. We all share this fundamental need for hydration to survive and flourish. Now that you've honored your body through mindful movement, the fourth powerful morning habit turns to feeding your soul with timeless wisdom. While your body needs food and water to thrive, your spirit needs nourishment too. The great teachers throughout history left us incredible gifts, words that can transform how we see ourselves and the world around us. Spending just a few minutes each morning with these teachings can shift your entire perspective from ordinary to extraordinary. The first step in morning wisdom practice is choosing words that speak directly to your heart. This isn't about reading quickly to get through pages or impressing anyone with how much you've studied. It's about finding a few sentences that can change how you think and feel for the entire day ahead. Keep a small collection of inspiring books near where you sit each morning. Maybe it's a book of ancient wisdom. Maybe it's modern teachings about living well. Maybe it's poetry that moves your soul. The key is having something that consistently lifts your spirit and expands your thinking beyond daily worries and tasks. Read slowly, like you're savoring the most delicious meal. Take one paragraph, or even just one sentence, and let it really sink into your mind. Ask yourself, what is this teaching trying to show me? how does this apply to my life right now? What would change if I really believed and lived this wisdom? Don't worry about understanding everything perfectly or remembering complex ideas. The goal is to plant seeds of wisdom in your consciousness that will grow throughout the day. Sometimes a single sentence read with deep attention can be more powerful than reading an entire chapter quickly and forgetting it immediately. When you find a passage that really resonates with you, read it 3 times. The first time for understanding, the second time for feeling, the third time for remembering. This simple repetition helps the wisdom move from your head into your heart, where it can actually influence how you live. After reading sacred teachings, spend time with the stories and parables that have guided humanity for thousands of years. These aren't just entertainment. They're powerful tools for understanding life's deepest truths. Stories have a unique way of teaching us lessons that straight advice often can't reach. Choose one simple story that contains a lesson you need to hear right now. Maybe it's about patience when you've been feeling rushed and stressed. Maybe it's about kindness when you've been judging others harshly. Maybe it's about courage when you've been playing it safe and avoiding growth. Read the story slowly and imagine yourself as different characters within it. What would you have done in their situation? What fears or desires motivated their choices? How might the story unfold differently if the characters had acted with more wisdom or compassion? The beauty of ancient stories is that they mirror situations we still face today. The names and settings change, but human nature remains the same. People thousands of years ago struggled with anger, fear, greed, and confusion just like we do. They also experienced love, joy, peace, and wisdom just like we can. Don't analyze the stories like a literature student preparing for an exam. Instead, let them wash over you like gentle rain on dry ground. Notice which parts of the story make you feel uncomfortable. Those are often the areas where you most need to grow. Notice which parts make you feel inspired. Those point toward your highest potential. The third part of morning wisdom practice involves capturing your own thoughts and realizations as they arise. Reading wisdom is valuable, but applying it to your unique life situation is where real transformation happens. Writing down your insights helps you remember them and track your growth over time. Keep a simple notebook or journal specifically for your morning wisdom reflections. This isn't about writing perfectly or creating literature. It's about having honest conversations with yourself on paper. Write like you're talking to your best friend about what you're learning and discovering. After reading, contemplating, ask yourself these questions. What stood out to me most from today's reading? How does this relate to something I'm currently experiencing? What would I do differently today if I fully embraced this teaching? Write whatever comes to mind without editing or judging your thoughts. Some mornings you might write several pages, other mornings just a few sentences. Both are perfect. The practice is what matters, not the quantity. You're training your mind to actively engage with wisdom instead of just passively consuming it like entertainment. Don't worry about spelling, grammar, or making sense to anyone else. This writing is for you alone, a private space where you can explore ideas, admit fears, celebrate insights, and track your journey toward becoming the person you want to be. Over time, you'll be amazed at how much clarity and self-understanding emerges from this simple practice. The final aspect of morning wisdom practice is the most important: deciding how you'll embody what you've learned through your actions throughout the day. Wisdom that stays in books and journals is just interesting information. Wisdom that changes how you treat people and handle situations becomes a force for real transformation. Before leaving your morning wisdom time, choose one specific way you'll practice what you've learned. If you read about patience, decide to take 3 deep breaths before responding when someone irritates you. If you studied compassion, plan to really listen when your coworker complains instead of just waiting for your turn to talk. Make your commitment small and achievable. Don't try to revolutionize your entire personality in one day. Instead, pick one tiny behavior you can modify based on the morning's wisdom. Success with small changes builds confidence for bigger transformations over time. Throughout the day, remind yourself of the wisdom you absorbed that morning. When challenges arise, ask yourself, what would the wise teachers do in this situation? How can I respond from wisdom instead of reacting from emotion? This practice gradually rewires your brain to choose conscious responses over unconscious reactions. At the end of each day, briefly reflect on how you did with embodying your morning wisdom. Did you remember to practice what you learned? When did you succeed? When did you forget? This isn't about judging yourself harshly. It's about honest self-assessment that helps you grow. Tomorrow morning, you'll have another opportunity to read, learn, and practice living more wisely. After nourishing your soul with wisdom, the fifth powerful morning habit expands your heart beyond your personal world. While most people start their day focused only on their own needs and problems, the ancient teachings reveal a profound truth. We are all connected in ways deeper than we can see. When you begin each morning by consciously sending love and good wishes to others, you tap into a source of joy and peace that no external circumstance can touch. The first step in morning compassion practice begins with the people closest to your heart. Your family members, whether they live with you or far away, are the perfect starting point for expanding your capacity to love. This isn't about fixing relationship problems or changing anyone's behavior. It's about sending pure, unconditional good wishes from your heart to theirs. Sit quietly and bring to mind one family member at a time. Start with someone easy to love, maybe a child, parent, or sibling who brings you joy. Picture their face clearly in your mind and imagine them surrounded by warm, golden light. Silently repeat these words while holding their image. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you be at peace. May you be safe. Feel the genuine warmth in your heart as you send these wishes. This isn't just positive thinking. You're actually generating real energy of love that reaches across any distance. Don't worry about whether they can feel it consciously. Love transcends physical barriers and touches people in ways beyond our understanding. Next, choose a family member you sometimes have conflicts with. This might feel harder, but it's where the real transformation happens. Picture them not during your last argument, but as the innocent person they were as a child. Send them the same loving wishes. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you be at peace. May you be safe. Notice how this practice softens something inside your chest. When you wish genuine happiness for people, even those who frustrate you, you free yourself from carrying resentment and anger. You're not condoning bad behavior or pretending problems don't exist. You're simply choosing to lead with love instead of judgment. Once you've practiced loving kindness with family, gradually expand your circle to include friends, coworkers, neighbors, and acquaintances. This is where morning compassion practice becomes truly powerful. When you start sending good wishes to people you interact with regularly, but don't know deeply. Think about the person who serves your coffee, security guard at your office, the neighbor you nod to but rarely speak with. These people are living full, complex lives with their own dreams, fears, and challenges. They have families who love them, problems that keep them awake at night, and hopes for the future just like you do. Choose 3 people you'll encounter today and spend a minute sending them loving wishes. Picture them smiling, healthy, and at peace. Imagine good things happening in their lives. This practice trains your mind to see others as fellow human beings deserving of happiness rather than just functional roles in your daily routine. Include someone who recently annoyed or disappointed you. Maybe your coworker took credit for your idea. Maybe a friend canceled plans at the last minute. Instead of carrying irritation into your day, transform it into compassion. Send them genuine wishes for happiness and peace. This doesn't make you weak or naive. It makes you free from the poison of ongoing resentment. The miracle of this practice is how it changes you. When you regularly wish happiness for others, you become a more patient, kind, and joyful person. You start seeing people's good qualities instead of their flaws. You respond to difficult behavior with understanding instead of immediate reaction. Your relationships improve naturally because you're approaching them from a foundation of genuine care. The third level of morning compassion practice expands your loving kindness to include all living beings everywhere. This might sound overwhelming or abstract, but it's actually the most liberating part of the practice. When you truly understand that every person on earth shares the same basic desires, to be happy and avoid suffering, your heart opens to dimensions of love you never knew existed. Start by imagining your city or town from above, like you're looking down from an airplane. Picture all the people below going about their morning routines. Parents getting children ready for school, workers commuting to jobs, elderly people taking walks, students hurrying to class. Send loving wishes to all of them collectively. May all beings be happy. May all beings be free from suffering. Expand your vision to include your entire country, then the whole world. Right now, there are billions of people experiencing every possible human emotion: joy, sadness, love, fear, hope, despair. They're all just like you, trying to create good lives for themselves and their loved ones. They all deserve happiness and peace, regardless of their race, religion, or nationality. This practice dissolves the artificial barriers we create between us and them. When you regularly send loving wishes to all humanity, you can't sustain hatred or prejudice toward any group of people. You begin to see conflicts and disagreements as tragic misunderstandings between people who fundamentally want the same things. Include animals and nature in your morning compassion practice. Wish happiness and safety for the birds outside your window, the pets in your neighborhood, the wild animals in forests and oceans around the world. Everything alive shares the desire to avoid pain and experience well-being. Your heart has unlimited capacity for this kind of universal love. The final aspect of morning compassion extends your loving awareness to the natural world that sustains all life. Most people take the environment for granted, but when you truly appreciate how every breath depends on plants producing oxygen, how every meal depends on soil and water, you naturally want to send gratitude and care to the earth itself. Begin by acknowledging the air you're breathing. Right now, oxygen is flowing into your lungs, traveling through your bloodstream and keeping every cell in your body alive. This oxygen came from trees, plants, and ocean algae that transformed carbon dioxide into the life force you need to exist. Send silent thanks to all the green growing things that make your life possible. Think about the water you drank this morning. It has traveled an incredible journey, perhaps falling as rain on mountains, flowing through rivers, being purified in treatment plants, traveling through pipes to reach your home. Water connects you to every part of the natural world. Send gratitude to the entire water cycle that sustains all life on Earth. Consider the food you'll eat today and where it originated. Even processed foods started as plants growing in soil under sunlight, nourished by rain and cared for by farmers. Your body is literally made from elements of the earth, air, and water around you. You are not separate from nature. You are nature expressing itself in human form. Set a simple intention to honor this connection throughout your day. Maybe you'll avoid wasting water. Maybe you'll choose less packaging when possible. Maybe you'll spend a few minutes outside appreciating the sky and trees. These small acts of conscious care strengthen your awareness of how interconnected all life truly is. When you regularly practice gratitude for nature's gifts, you naturally want to protect and preserve them for future generations. After expanding your heart through compassion practice, The sixth powerful morning habit focuses on creating clarity in both your physical space and mental landscape. While most people rush through their morning preparations in chaos and clutter, the ancient wisdom teaches us that external order creates internal peace. When you take time each morning to arrange your surroundings with intention, you're actually training your mind to operate from calmness instead of confusion. The first step in morning simplicity practice involves treating the arrangement of your living space as a form of moving meditation. This isn't about having a perfect home or spending hours cleaning. It's about consciously creating order in the areas where you begin and end each day, recognizing that your environment directly affects your state of mind. Start with your bedroom, the space where you transition between sleep and waking consciousness. Make your bed slowly and deliberately, smoothing the sheets and arranging the pillows with care. This simple act signals to your brain that you're ready to approach the day with intention rather than rushing into reactive mode. Clear any clutter from your nightstand and dresser top. Put away clothes from yesterday, return books to their proper places, and organize any items that have accumulated overnight. As you handle each object, ask yourself whether it truly serves a purpose in your life or if it's just taking up space and mental energy. Move through your bathroom with the same mindful attention. Arrange your toiletries neatly, hang towels properly, and clean the sink and mirror. These small acts of care for your environment are actually acts of self-respect. You're creating a peaceful sanctuary that supports your well-being rather than adding to your daily stress. The key is moving slowly and staying present with each task. Instead of rushing to get things done, treat the organization as part of your morning spiritual practice. Notice how creating external order naturally calms your internal world. Your mind feels clearer when your space is clear. Once your immediate environment is organized, the next aspect of simplicity involves preparing for your day with conscious choice rather than frantic scrambling. Most people grab whatever clothes are available and rush out the door, but you can transform this routine into a practice of mindful decision-making. Choose your clothing with intention, considering not just how you want to look, but how you want to feel throughout the day. Select items that are comfortable, appropriate, and make you feel confident and authentic. This isn't about fashion or impressing others. It's about honoring yourself by wearing things that support your well-being. Prepare your bag or work materials the same way. Include only what you actually need, leaving behind items that add unnecessary weight or clutter. Pack a water bottle, healthy snacks, and anything that will help you maintain your inner peace throughout the day. Think of yourself as preparing for a sacred journey rather than just going to work. Set out everything you'll need for tomorrow before going to bed tonight. Lay out your clothes, prepare your breakfast ingredients, and organize your keys and wallet. This evening preparation prevents morning decision fatigue and allows you to start each day from a place of calm readiness rather than stressed rushing. Review your schedule mindfully, identifying the most important tasks and commitments. Instead of trying to cram everything possible into your day, choose 3 priorities that truly matter. This practice of conscious selection helps you focus your energy on what's meaningful rather than scattering your attention across countless urgent but unimportant activities. The third element of morning simplicity practice involves preparing your mind to remain flexible and peaceful regardless of how your day unfolds. While planning and preparation are valuable, attachment to specific results often creates unnecessary suffering when reality doesn't match your expectations. Before leaving home, take a moment to set positive intentions for your day while simultaneously releasing control over the outcomes. You can plan to be kind, work diligently, and maintain inner peace, but you cannot control other people's responses, unexpected events, or circumstances beyond your influence. Practice the mindset of doing your best while accepting whatever results arise. This doesn't mean being passive or not caring about outcomes. It means putting full effort into your actions while remaining emotionally detached from whether things go exactly as planned. This balance between engagement and non-attachment is the secret to maintaining peace in an unpredictable world. Visualize potential challenges you might face today and imagine yourself responding with calmness and wisdom rather than reactive stress. Maybe your commute will be delayed. Maybe a meeting will run long. Maybe someone will be difficult to work with. By mentally preparing for imperfection, you build resilience and reduce the shock of unexpected problems. Remind yourself that today is just one day in a long life full of countless experiences. Whatever happens today, good or challenging, will pass and become part of your history. This perspective helps you maintain emotional equilibrium during both successes and setbacks, knowing that all experiences are temporary and valuable for your growth. The final aspect of morning simplicity involves maintaining mindful awareness during ordinary tasks that most people perform automatically. Instead of rushing through your morning routine while your mind races ahead to future concerns, you can use these activities as opportunities to practice presence and gratitude. Brush your teeth with full attention, noticing the taste of the toothpaste, the sensation of the brush against your gums, and the feeling of your mouth becoming clean and fresh. This simple daily activity becomes a moment of self-care and appreciation for your body's needs, rather than just another task to complete quickly. While washing your face, feel grateful for the cool water and notice how it awakens your skin and senses. Pay attention to the texture of your cleanser and the softness of your towel. These ordinary moments contain opportunities for mindfulness and joy when approached with conscious attention. During your commute, resist the urge to fill every moment with podcasts, music, or phone calls. Spend at least part of your travel time in quiet observation of your surroundings. Notice the changing light, the faces of other commuters, the rhythm of your breathing. Use this transition time to maintain the peaceful state you cultivated during your morning practices. If you drive, practice patient awareness instead of aggressive rushing. Allow extra time so you don't feel pressured to speed or weave through traffic. If you use public transportation, see your fellow passengers as fellow human beings deserving of respect and compassion rather than obstacles in your way. Transform your commute from a source of stress into an extension of your morning meditation practice. After creating simplicity in your environment and mind, the seventh and final powerful morning habit focuses on making a concrete commitment to personal development. While the previous practices have prepared your inner foundation, this last habit ensures you actively work toward becoming the person you truly want to be. Every morning presents a fresh opportunity to choose growth over stagnation, courage over comfort, and conscious evolution over automatic living. The first step in your daily growth commitment involves selecting one specific quality of character you want to strengthen throughout the day ahead. This isn't about trying to become perfect or fixing everything wrong with yourself. It's about focusing your energy on developing one positive trait that will make you a better person and improve your relationships with others. Look honestly at your life and identify an area where you'd like to grow. Maybe you notice that you lose patience easily when things don't go as planned. Maybe you realize you've been taking your loved ones for granted and want to practice more appreciation. Maybe you catch yourself judging others harshly and want to develop understanding and acceptance instead. Choose one virtue that feels most important for where you are right now in your life journey. It might be patience, kindness, courage, honesty, or compassion. The key is selecting something specific that you can actually practice in concrete situations throughout your day, rather than vague goals like being a better person. Write down your chosen virtue and place the note somewhere you'll see it regularly: your bathroom mirror, your phone wallpaper, or your workspace. This visual reminder helps keep your commitment alive when you get caught up in the busy flow of daily activities. The goal isn't perfection, but conscious practice. Spend a few minutes each morning visualizing yourself successfully embodying this virtue during potential challenges you might face. If you are working on patience, imagine yourself staying calm when traffic is slow or when someone is moving slowly in front of you. This mental rehearsal prepares your mind to respond from your chosen virtue rather than reacting from old habits. The second aspect of daily growth involves planning specific acts of kindness or service you can perform throughout your day. These don't need to be grand gestures that require significant time or money. Small, thoughtful actions often have more impact than dramatic displays because they come from genuine care rather than a desire to be seen as good. Think about the people you'll interact with today and consider how you might brighten their experience in some small way. Maybe you can compliment a coworker on something they did well. Maybe you can let someone merge into traffic without feeling annoyed. Maybe you can really listen when your family member talks instead of being distracted by your phone. Choose one specific act of kindness you'll definitely perform today. Make it something achievable that doesn't require perfect conditions or cooperation from others. You have complete control over your own actions, so pick something that depends only on your choice to follow through. This guarantee of success builds confidence in your ability to create positive change. Look for opportunities to help others without expecting anything in return. Hold a door open for someone carrying packages. Pick up litter that isn't yours. Offer encouragement to someone who seems discouraged. These small gestures create ripples of positivity that spread far beyond what you can see in the moment. Remember that kindness includes being gentle with yourself. Plan to speak to yourself with the same compassion you'd show a good friend who is struggling. Avoid harsh self-criticism when you make mistakes, and celebrate small victories in your personal growth journey. Self-kindness gives you the emotional resources to be genuinely kind to others. The third element of your daily growth commitment involves preparing your mind to handle difficulties with wisdom and strength rather than being overwhelmed by stress and negativity. Life will inevitably present obstacles, disappointments, and conflicts, but you can choose how to respond to these experiences. Before starting your day, acknowledge that some things probably won't go exactly as planned. This isn't pessimism. It's realistic preparation that prevents you from being shocked and destabilized when normal life challenges arise. Expect imperfection and you'll maintain your equilibrium when it appears. Identify the specific situations that typically trigger your stress, anger, or anxiety. Maybe it's criticism from your boss, arguments with family members, or technical problems with your computer. Once you know your triggers, you can prepare healthier responses instead of being caught off guard by your automatic reactions. Practice reframing challenges as opportunities for growth rather than personal attacks or signs that life is unfair. When someone is rude to you, see it as a chance to practice patience. When plans get disrupted, view it as training and flexibility. When you make a mistake, treat it as valuable feedback for improvement rather than the evidence of your inadequacy. Develop a simple phrase or question you can use when difficulties arise to shift your perspective quickly. Something like, "How can I learn from this?" Or, "What would a wise person do here?" Or, "How can I respond with love instead of fear?" These mental tools help you pause and choose conscious responses instead of reacting automatically from emotion. The final aspect of your daily growth practice involves reconnecting with your deeper purpose for personal development. It's easy to get caught up in the mechanics of daily habits without remembering why you're working to transform yourself in the first place. Regular renewal of your commitment keeps your motivation strong and your direction clear. Take a moment each morning to remember why you started this journey of conscious living. Maybe you want to be a better parent, partner, or friend. Maybe you're tired of feeling controlled by negative emotions. Maybe you sense there's more joy and peace available in life than you've been experiencing. Whatever your original motivation, reconnect with it regularly. Visualize the person you're becoming through these daily practices. See yourself responding to life's challenges with calmness and wisdom. Picture yourself treating others with genuine kindness and understanding. Imagine yourself feeling peaceful and content regardless of external circumstances. This vision of your future self motivates continued effort when growth feels difficult. Consider how your personal transformation benefits not just you, but everyone around you. When you become more patient, your family experiences less stress. When you develop greater compassion, your coworkers feel more understood. When you cultivate inner peace, you contribute to a more harmonious world. Your growth is a gift to humanity. Set an intention to stay committed to this path of development even when you don't feel like practicing or when results seem slow. Growth happens gradually, like a tree adding rings year by year. Trust the process and continue showing up each morning, knowing that consistent small efforts create profound transformation over time. Your willingness to keep growing despite obstacles is itself a form of awakening. You now have the 7 powerful morning habits that can completely transform your life. These aren't just nice ideas. They're practical tools that have helped countless people find inner peace, deeper relationships, and genuine happiness. But here's the thing. Knowing about these habits isn't enough. You have to actually practice them to see the magic happen in your own life. Start tomorrow morning with just one of these practices. Maybe begin with conscious awakening or try 5 minutes of dawn meditation. Don't overwhelm yourself by attempting all 7 at once. Pick the one that resonates most with your heart right now and commit to it for 1 week. Then gradually add the others as each practice becomes natural. If this video has given you hope for better mornings and more peaceful days, please hit that subscribe button right now. By subscribing, you're joining a community of people who believe that inner transformation is possible and that ancient wisdom can guide our modern lives. You'll be the first to know when we share more life-changing practices that can help you grow into the person you truly want to become. And here's something really important. Share this video with someone you care about. Maybe it's a family member who's been struggling with stress, a friend who's searching for more meaning in life, or a coworker who could use some peace in their daily routine. When you share wisdom that has the power to transform lives, you're participating in something beautiful, the spreading of light in a world that desperately needs it. Remember, every morning is a new beginning. Tomorrow, you get to choose whether you'll start your day the way most people do, rushed, reactive, and stressed, or whether you'll begin with intention, wisdom, and peace. The choice is yours, and the power to transform your life is already within you.